SBGB TV live calling show. What's happening?
Hey, how's it going? This is Bad Phone Chad. What's going on, guys?
Where you calling in from, Chad?
Oh, Midwest.
Midwest, where at?
Oh, in Wisconsin.
Okay, how you doing today? What's going on, my brother?
Shit, not much. Been good. I gotta change my oil tomorrow. It's gonna be finally warming up to get under that stupid car. Do all that shit, you know?
Try to watch the language for us, please, my brother. Let me know how you feel about this situation here with Wack100 Adin Ross. How you feel about that?
Say again. I'm sorry. My phone sucks.
How you feel about the situation with Wack100 Adin Ross?
Oh, I think it's totally tragic. What do you think?
That's what I'm asking you, man. We've been on live for about 4 hours almost, and we've been going in on it. How do you feel about it?
I wish it never happened. So bad.
Okay. So
you know?
Who do you feel bad for? You feel bad for Adin or you feel bad for Wack or both?
I feel bad for their parents. You got to think about that, you know? Like, what happened for them both to get to this point? You know, you ever think about that?
Nah. You know, like, once you become an adult, I feel like it's your responsibility. So, you know, the parents is going to be the parents. You know, in life, you know, you don't get to choose what parents you get, you know, but once you become an adult, you get to choose the decisions you make. So you have the opportunity to make, you know, conscious decisions, and you have the opportunity to be able to focus and elevate in your life. But some people don't take that opportunity. They feel like, you know,
and there's trouble around all the time. I mean, there's trouble on both sides. That's what sucks too.
Yeah, it's trouble on both sides. Yeah. Things happen, man. You know, but in this situation,
so investigations will continue. That's one good thing.
Yeah, investigations will continue.
Right. So we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, we'll wait and see, man. You know,
what's your wait and see drink?
I don't drink, man. So, you know, I don't drink or anything like that. Yeah.
You don't, nothing? You're straight railing life. You're straight railing life right now.
Yeah. I love it that way, man. It's the best way to be.
0.0 nothing?
Yeah, nothing, man.
What was it like when you did anything? You ever drank in the past or?
Hey, yeah, man. It's been a while, man. You know, I love being sober, and I enjoy life this way because it's the best way to be able to think clearly.
About what though?
Man, we're talking about Wack100 and Adin Ross, man. You can't derail the show. So, you know, if you don't have anything to say about that, just call back another time, man. We appreciate you calling.
No, that's cool. I'm just trying to figure out all the people at life right now. You know, it's just late at night tonight. So
what platform are you watching on, Chad?
Yeah, no, hey, this is classy. I appreciate being around, and thanks for having me on, or I can stick by.
Which platform are you watching on?
Twitch.
Are you on Twitch? All right. Well, I appreciate you watching, man. Yeah, stay locked in on Twitch.
Yeah, cool.
Share the video on Twitch for us, man. Share it to all your buddies.
Cool.
Thanks, man.
Yep.
Yeah, smash that like button. Hit the subscribe button. Chad popped out the blue. Yeah. If you're on Twitch, share, hit the like button, you know, subscribe. But yeah, we're going to get back to this, man. Smash that like button.
Why does it take so long? I know why. 1 second. Oh, here it is. Renner's Boxing was founded and run by Adin Ross. All right, there you go. Easy. But yeah. Raking is a serious accusation. I assume you said it in the heat of the moment. Yeah, I know. And Prince, by the way, chat, and I put this on everything I love. Everything I love. I spoke with Wack and Ack for an hour. It was Monday. So the day after, 2 days after Brennan's. I said, bro, just tell him to go on stream and say I was mad. I still feel like I won. Adin, but they not mad. Like, bro, all he had to do was that. He could have said, Adin's family, this. I swear. Like, all he literally had to do was just take back the scamming. That's it. What's up, Ari? Patch, thank you, bro.
Yeah, his pride was in the way. You know, he didn't want to take back that because his pride was in the way, and he spoke about it too soon. You know, being professional though, even if you feel that the fight was rigged and you felt that you got cheated, that is like so unprofessional to say that in that setting. You know, it's like being professional will get you a lot further than being ghetto. Straight up. You know, you want to be ghetto, it'll get you in the ghetto rooms. You will have some ghetto light, but what happens to those type of individuals, you find people that want to take advantage of ghetto people. That's all you do. When you want to be ghetto, you will get light. Yeah. If you have the ability to, you know, be a character. But all it does is get people to take advantage of you because they know that your mindset isn't business. And, you know, this is why Wack takes advantage of Blueface, because his mindset isn't business. It's just the ghetto. You know, it's like, come on, bro. We see, you know, what he comes from, you know, and how ghetto that individual is, you know. So what can you expect? You're going to have the, you know, ghetto personality, just like what you come from. And this is the reason why, you know, yeah, you're making money. Okay. But, you know, you got lawsuits, you got situations, you got a lot of legal issues. And I understand, you know, people that, you know, are well famous and, you know, got a lot going on, they get lawsuits and stuff. But it's like when you see Blueface and Wack, you expect, you know, that lawsuits are going to come in the situations because how they're carrying themselves. It's like you do want to avoid some things. If you out there, you want to try to avoid some things, but it's like these individuals are, it's like they run into the lawsuit doors. You know, they like run into the lawsuit doors, and, you know, it's like you should be trying to like elevate being in a position instead of trying to be stagnated in a position. You know, the mind frame of those type of people, you know, they always tend to like get on the damn hamster wheel.
Obey. Adam could have very well got sued. Yes. 100% breached. But I paid him. And do you know why I paid Adam? Because the way he went about it. And I paid Adam because he posted so many extra deliverables with rain bat. I said, Adam, I know you didn't throw a punch and you technically breached, but here you go, dude. Here you go. And I got Rainbat to do it. So, yeah, it's not my money. It's a sponsor's money. And that's the truth. Of course, Jugging 247, if they're paying hundreds of thousands of dollars to put on these events, of course they're going to take it seriously. If you're investing millions a year in these events, would you not want people not bashing their... That makes no sense, of course. But anyways, dude, again, like, if you guys have your own take on it, I don't understand it. To me, it's not gray. It's like, it's pretty straightforward. Pay him out. I am. I'm going to pay him out what Rainbat's giving me to pay him out with. But I don't have a say.
Yeah, you know, that's what he's going to use on him. I don't have a say. SBGB TV live call-in show.
Hey, how's it going?
All right, Chad, man, relax, man. Just watch the show, man. Appreciate you watching the show, Chad. And I appreciate you being tapped in. You know, we really appreciate you, dude, supporting the channel over there on Twitch. Share the platform with all your Twitch buddies. And, you know, just stay tuned in, Chad. We really, really appreciate you, dude. And continue to watch and stay locked in and support the channel, man. And shout out to them people. Yeah, shout out to them people.
Think that these contracts are just little made-up fairy tale contracts? No. You think I didn't want to pay him the night of, but I'm getting sent clips about this? I paid everybody. I'm not a scammer. I pay everyone on time for the most part. Like, I just don't understand. I don't get it. And it's not going to slow down brand risk. It's not. It's not. So it is what it is. Why don't you pay him out of pocket just to shit it out? Why would I do that? Why would I do that? Why would I do that? Someone who's trying to shit on my promotion, on my sponsor. Why would I do that? It's a bad look. It's also a bad look that he's breaching his contract and his agreement.
That right there lets you know that he doesn't rock with Wack, Blueface, or nothing a part of them, right? Now, if you bring an individual to do business with somebody and you're the representation of that person and they disrespect, try to shit on your brand, they try to make it look a certain way about your brand, the person that's with them, they get the same treatment. You know, it's like you are a part of them. You know, it's like Wack can't separate himself from Blueface. That's all you have to offer. You don't have anything else to offer Adin Ross at all. All you have is Blueface. You don't have nothing else to offer him. So it's no way that the man can say, all right, I'm going to separate Wack and Blueface when y'all are attached at the hip. This is how Adin is making money from you. This is how you're making money from Adin, Blueface. So you don't have anybody else to bring to the table. So, of course, you know, when he's talking about Blueface, he's definitely referencing to Wack as well. He doesn't have to say Wack's name, but he's referencing to Wack as well because that's your item. That's your tool for the business. So, yeah, we can see that right here that, you know, Adin is just like really letting it be known that, you know, he doesn't rock with Blueface or Wack. You know, it's like you can't run a manipulation game and say I'm your friend, but the artist that you've been dealing with for years, that you have a tight, close-knit relationship with, that you're, you know, gonna go with before you go with Adin. Now you're gonna act like you're not with Blueface, and you don't want to let him talk to Blueface. If you think that this man doesn't see through Wack, you got to be tripping. I'm just saying, like real shit though. If you think he doesn't see through Wack, and also with the information from Charleston White and, you know, people that then let him know about Wack, you know, and you better know that Neon gave Adin Ross the details of what happened when they was outside. Even though Adin Ross seen it on camera, how Wack was acting out front, you better know Neon told him personally, yeah, man, this was going on. And the story's going to be different than when he would be telling somebody else. It's going to be, you know, the raw and uncut in how they would talk to each other. You know what I'm saying?
Stop babying him. He read the agreement. He signed it. Stop babying him. He's a grown man, okay? He's a grown man. He signed it. He's a big boy. He signed his own agreement. Don't not look over a contract if you're going to sign it, bro. It's that simple. Agreed? Thank you. To all you grown, mature people in my chat, thank you. And I know majority of the internet on Twitter on my back, but I'm just trying to put it into other people's perspective and brain, okay? And remember, I tried for 2-3 days to do this off stream. I couldn't get in touch with Blueface Direct.
That lets you know
Wack
right there.
Didn't want to do it, I guess.
That lets you know.
And I promise, and I can confidently say this, if I talk to Blue Direct, I guarantee this all would not happen. I guarantee it.
That says a lot right there. That says a lot.
DDG clip.
That says
I saw
a lot.
it, and I already texted him about it. I mean, you guys could send it. I'll react to it. He doesn't know the full context. And I'll tell you what I wrote him too. I don't really care.
That says a lot.
I sent him his clip, and I said to him, Rainbet is tripping on a couple things. I listed the reasons why. I said it's all contract, signed. You know me. I do good business, treat everyone well, pay out all these fighters always on time. The judges give them the loss. Doesn't mean that I necessarily agree with it. It doesn't mean that I have to agree with what the judges say. I try making it right like I always do. I'm not getting or bullied this time. I'm going to stand up for myself here. Something across those lines. And that's the fact. I'm going to just stand on my, like, I'm not going to sit here and get, I'm sorry. So that's it. Next branders very soon. DDG clip. I'm going to watch it. Didn't even work. It ain't work. They're treating it, brand risk is like some shit. Yeah, dude.
Now, if he was talking to Wack and telling Wack, get Blueface on the phone so we can get this right? And Wack didn't put that together. When this is like the bag, Wack must thought that he was going to be able to manipulate the boy. And he was just going to go with what Wack was saying. He's definitely teaching Wack a lesson. I agree with that too as much. He's definitely teaching Wack a straight lesson. You know what I'm saying? He said, DDG, don't let Blueface ruin your relationship with Adin. You know, DDG should just stay out of that, though. I mean, you know, I think it would be good for him to stay out of it. But, you know, people got their own mind. He got his own motion going on. So, you know, Blueface is his friend. So, you know, he probably want to step in it. You know, it's like some situations when you're dealing with certain people that you know be running into situations, you got to let them eye it out. Yeah, let Blueface and Wack eye that out. You know, I don't have anything to do with that. So I would recommend, let them eye it out. And, you know, they'll figure it out. They grown. They'll figure it out. They put themselves in the situation, you know. I mean, ain't nothing against either party, but y'all got to figure that out amongst each other. And, you know, Wack and Blueface doubling down and trying to like do a smear campaign. And this is how you know Blueface really comes up under Wack and he looks up to Wack because that's what Wack does. And, you know, he said he knew Wack was going to go to the internet. That was the worst thing. Nigga, do the business. Y'all ain't been paid and y'all going to the internet talking. See, you got to understand, when you feel some type of way about something and something's on the line, the worst thing you can do is try to go out there and look for attention from other people by trying to embarrass somebody involved in the situation. Y'all haven't even been paid yet. That was like the worst thing y'all can do. But now, you know, they gotta sit on that. You know what I mean? Now y'all gotta sit on that. And it didn't go the way y'all planned. You know, you can go to Clubhouse and lie, right? They can try to go to Clubhouse and lie and say, yeah, we got all ours. Well, dude said y'all only gonna get 40%. So you can go to Clubhouse and say that, you know, like we got the lawsuit money and we got all this, but dude said y'all can get 40%, man. And them people, right? Rain betting them, I guarantee they're gonna stand their ground because they have to make an example out of the situation so that no other fighter will do the same thing. If they let this situation go, right, and you know, give in and say, all right, we're gonna give you all your money, right? Then they gotta worry about somebody else doing the same thing and expecting the same results. So it's like they have to make an example to show people that you can't go out there and just say that these fights are rigged. They got to do that. You know, I don't care how you feel about the fight. If you don't like the outcome, the decision, but you got to be an adult and watch your mouth and understand that this is still business and you were given an opportunity. Even though you might feel like you the shit and you got all this going on and, you know, that they needed y'all and, you know, you still were given an opportunity. So you got to respect the boundaries and the position of being given an opportunity in that situation. And I think that they have to make an example for people to understand, you know, because if you don't, then everybody's gonna look at it like, all right, it's gonna be more people, man. I'm gonna get up there and say what I want. But I guarantee you now, if they make this example, which it looks like they're standing on it, people are gonna be, hold up, I ain't saying nothing crazy. I ain't doing that. SBGB TV live calling show. What's happening?
What's good, fam?
Who we speaking with? What's happening?
Yo, all this shit is so funny to me. You know, I think Wack, you know, he always act like he got money that he don't got, like that KPD situation. I think in this situation, he had somebody front all that money to get them there, airplanes and all that shit. And now he's stuck without money to pay him back. Because I think he thought he was going to be able to pay him back out that fight money. But, man, this shit all funny as hell to me, man. You stay on that man's head.
Yeah, we ain't stopping, my brother. You know, we appreciate you calling in, my brother.
One other thing, man. Adin should have never fucked with that nigga and all that nigga shit. Like, Wack is always going to bring some problems. He going to try to scheme some shit. There's always some shit with him, man. From the shit at the door to this shit with the contract. Ain't nobody else had no problems but this nigga Wack. Like, he always think he can come bully the scene, and all my business partners and my bro and my friend, Adin, Vlad, all them niggas constantly show this nigga he ain't on their level. He constantly tries to wedge his way onto their quote unquote table. Them niggas do not fuck with him like that. He look at black people and all these niggas on Clubhouse like peons because he got these business partners, and all them niggas showing them exactly what they feel about him right now. But again, man, stay on top of that nigga head, man. I'm glad this shit happened to this nigga. He need a rude awakening for real.
Yeah, man, and this is going down, and we appreciate you calling in, my brother.
No doubt,
sir. Yeah, man, it's his time. You know, it's his time. You know, he been running game and doing all kinds of crazy stuff to people on the net for a while. It's like it's his time.
I'm not gonna fold. I'm gonna protect brand risk, bro. I'm not folding. And my sponsor, they look after me and they make sure I'm taken care of and all that stuff.
Advocate. You wanna know why?
You better understand this though, right? That man ain't gonna mess his relationship up with the people that got the bag for somebody that he gotta pay something to do a deal with. Yeah, you know, you think about this though. The company that, you know, is sponsoring the event, the people that are doing business are gonna look at them for what Blueface said. And that's just how it go. They not, you know, looking to go do business with Wack. The company that's sponsoring this boxing event, the people that got millions and they got the money, they're looking at the sponsor to do business with. They're not looking at Wack to do business with. So if Wack's client is saying things about the event, it makes, you know, the people look at, well, the main event, the guy said this. The main event, he's saying this about the event. You know, so yeah, they gonna look at them like, hold up, man. We don't know because of the individual that said this. So yeah, they definitely got to make it look an example. So whereas though now, when the people that do business with Adin and you know these other individuals that's involved with the boxing match, they got something to reference to. You know what I'm saying? They got something to reference to where they can say, all right, y'all did find them for what they said. Okay. All right. So it wasn't like they just, and I'm going to tell you this right here, right? If Adin Ross, you know, and his partners let this go, what it does is it makes what Blueface said look true because they didn't get fined for it. But by Blueface, you know, and Wack being fined for what they said, for what Blueface said, it makes it look like it wasn't true because disciplinary actions happen, right? You know, and this is how the game go. You know, it's the same way, right? When you like in a situation and you got legal proceedings, right? If you're in the court and something is said about you and you don't respond and say, no, that's not true, it automatically presumes to be true. So, you know, you have to respond in certain situations with business. Now, on the internet, somebody can say something about you, you know, and you can ignore it. That's your preference. But when it comes to business and legal situations, when something is said about you, you have to respond, or else it is assumed to be true. So in this situation, they have to find Blueface to stamp that it's not true. Now, if Blueface would have came out instantly and said, nah, it's not true, and I want to apologize, they would have gave him grace. But now, being as though that it's all over the internet of them trying to, you know, encourage them that they need to say something, now they got to find him so that it can be understood that this right here was a false statement and you're not allowed to talk like this and think that you won't suffer consequences. You know, it's like basically they making an example out of them, but they're like showing other individuals that this is what will happen if you know, try to assassinate the character of the brand.
These both my friends, right? It was another that said something like that too in the ring. It was another nigga that said something like that too in the ring, but he ain't dealing with the same consequence.
And again, guys, I'll clarify it again. Who's he talking about, by the way? It's not the clip where he said it in the ring. This is not what any of that's about. I let that shit go. That was in the ring where I put the mic. That's not even about that. That's not. He kept saying it every on stream back. Like I'm not joking. I saw like 5 clips that night. I swear to God. That's where I'm like, okay. That's where I was like, okay. The stream ended after that. And that's when every fighter got paid. He went in the back when he was streaming, he kept saying shit. That's what fucked him. That's what fucked him.
Now,
straight up.
If a lose a fight, like if I would have lost a fight, I would have said the same thing. I probably would have been like, man, this ain't right. I thought I won. That's what every say. Or this rigged. I should have won. Every says that. Like
he is right. He's right. Because look, it was the same that was super hot. He's not wrong what he's saying, by the way. But he's referring to one specific clip. Because that's bro, he's right. Chat, when I watch football, I'll be like, yo, that shit's rigged. What the f-? Or like, I get it. But DD, he took it to a whole nother level. And you got to hold your man accountable for that. He signed an agreement. He breached. It's that simple.
Like, I don't think it's right to not pay him.
He's not going to not get paid. It's not my money. It's up to the sponsor.
That's all I got to say. Because it's like, then this how you look at it from a business perspective, right? It's like a got to step on eggshells to get paid. How that's gonna make the future fighters feel?
I wish he didn't say. Listen. I always have his back. Always. I really wish he wasn't one-sided here, because he could say, me personally, every time I've dealt with Adin, or I know someone that dealt with Adin, he's always done clean and good business. And that's a fact, bro. He knows behind closed doors, I've done clean shit. I don't ever fuck anybody over. And I wish he kind of would be more neutral, right? In the beginning, he starts the clip and he says something amongst the lines like, oh, they're both my friends, but it's a one-sided take here. It's a one-sided take here.
You know? That's just my opinion. I feel like Adin can just say, oh, he can't fight on this no more. You gotta pay the bro.
I agree, but it's not my money. It's not my money, bro. It's literally not my money, bro. It's just not. It's not my money, guys. It's not.
Fought, man. He already fought.
So it is what it is, dude. Yeah, again, Super Hot did say the same shit, but he's not there. You don't see 5 clips of him saying scam, this, like, it's a fact. So anything else, guys? Anything else? Bro, these guys are mad. Imagine if you paid him on the night and he breached his obligations. Everyone would be laughing at you saying you're weak and soft. I know. And listen, majority of people in this chat have my back on this. And you guys have always been telling me for years to stand up for myself, not let these creators bitch you, not let these guys bitch you and finesse you, because I've been getting finessed and little bro my whole career. I'm just sick of it, bro. I'm so sick of that. I'm not going to sit here and get disrespected and let my sponsor get disrespected when they give me millions to put on these events
MX Laker girl
all year round. So that's it. That's all I got, bro. Like, and again, dude, like, I want to fix this so bad. People don't understand how like mad it gets me because I hate doing this. It's a bad look for him. It's a bad look for me. It's a bad look for a lot of shit, and I hate it. But I have to be standing on what's right. And this is what's right. It's hard because they can't, and they won't know the full context until it's public, and I can't speak on it. They don't know the full context. They don't know that certain people's lives, allegedly, in my opinion, were getting threatened, and they don't know that stuff. And
hold up. Now, y'all heard that right there, right? Huh? So now somebody was threatening people's lives? Huh? Oh, they thought that was going to work. Are you serious? They thought that they was going to send some threats, that they was going to do something to somebody? Oh, yeah. See? Hey, listen, man, it's a different world. Yeah, ain't nobody going for that. Now you going to take somebody's life and, like, come on, man. But they try to use the scare tactic. Yeah. And that shit right there, now it's like he got to stand on the business now. He got to stand on it now. They done sent the threat to take somebody's life. I got to stand on it now.
And that's the thing. Like, I hope it comes out because it's like, and whatever is done in the dark will come to light. But man, I don't know. It's also like, it's just so crazy, bro.
100 Blueface and Wack100 is full of that say, listen, I was ring.
Like, why is he in the dark, dude? Like, what the
side, man? Listen.
Now, Charleston White is going to say it right here. Wack still go around Charleston White. He not going to say nothing about this. See, and I do like that, about Charleston White, that he, listen, man, I don't care about him. I'm going to say it. That's one thing I got to say. I do like that. He don't say something and then when he get around these people, say something different. He say the same damn thing. So I got to give it to him on that. But check this out.
That Blueface lost that fight fair and square. Normally they fight 4 rounds. Brand Risk allowed Wack100 and Blueface to add an additional 2 rounds to make it fair. So they ain't putting that part in. Now come on, Wack. See, this is why I told Adin.
Unc, are you in jail?
Man, don't do nothing with them gangbanging California.
I ain't gonna lie, he did warn me on God. He really did. He said, be very careful.
He said it right there. Charleston White told him, don't do nothing with Wack. Don't do it. Hey, be careful dealing with them. You gotta have an issue. And if he's warned about it and then it happens, you better know he don't rock with no Wack100.
Everybody in the hip hop, man, stay away. Every time you do something in LA, it's always trouble. It's always a problem. They're always trying to bully and strong arm something. From the minute that the LA got there, they've been trying to bully and strong arm. They've been bullying and they've been trying to bully and strong arm Adin Ross from the beginning. That's how they tried to bully Adin to get me over there to the house. So Wack thought he was going to slam me around. It didn't go that way. They've been trying to bully Adin Ross forever, man. I swear to God. Mine was the most, this probably one of the.
You a real one, bro. I ain't gonna lie. That's why I didn't ask him to even do it. Like, bro, like, I didn't even, like, honestly, I didn't even watch this, honestly. Like, this is why I fuck with Charleston. Because anytime I'm caught up in something, you will always have my back. And that's how a real friend is supposed to do it. Like, that is literally how a real, like, I don't gotta say, like, and he understands. And it's like, people that don't play that little pull where it's like one side, like they just stay like this, boom, boom, boom. And there's like no loyalty. Thank you. Like, thank you, Charles. Like, thank you, bro.
One of the best brand risk events.
Thank you, bro.
Man, let me just say this. I ain't never had no problem getting paid by Adin. Everybody that I brought to Adin have not had a problem getting paid. I brought at least 6 different people to Adin Ross. Everybody's gotten paid. Now all of a sudden it's a problem with the LA. The LA was betting and lost.
Chad, look at him like, how is a video lagging? Like, dude, what the? He's so, bro, he's funny as fuck.
Sore loser. Take man, them sore losers, homie. Nah, man, I'm just gonna be real, man. Wack, you wrong, man. Blueface is a whole crime, man. And
wait, what? How did it just? Oh, they edited it.
Crying because Chibu whooped him. I told everybody from the beginning, man, before the fight. Blueface been fighting 19, 20 seconds in jail, prison. Nigga ain't been fighting 2 minutes. Chibu been fighting 6, 7 months back to back.
Chat 6, 7.
Easy walk. And then what? Oh, that spanked you. Take your ass whooping like a man. You caught the fade. You lost the fade. Just get you another fade. But what makes you think? Foolish. This is why nobody likes doing business with the dumbs. These are dumb gangbangers. They don't have marketing degrees. They don't have any management degrees. They don't have any media skills, any media training. They can't articulate properly. Man, this nigga been in prison smoking Tunchi.
Wait, chat. What is there an unedited version? What is Tunchi? What is Tunchi? I don't care. I love Charleston, bro. Oh, Tusi. Oh, like you don't know. Stop being weird. I love Charleston, bro. I know some of you guys like sometimes don't fuck with him. I love him, bro. Has my back always. When I call, he's there. I love this shit, bro.
Charleston White warned him. Straight up. And after this took off the way it did, you know, Charleston White called him and said, didn't I tell you this was going to happen? Now they're going to try to do this. They're going to try to go to the internet on you. Charleston White told him exactly what Wack was going to do. Wack100 going to record you. He's going to go to the internet. He's going to do certain things that he always does, which everybody knows what Wack does. Everybody knows. And it's played out for real, because don't nobody care. He thought he was exposing the man, and you got your bag cut even shorter. When they probably would have took 20%, they turn around and take 60 now. All right, you talking. I hope that it was worth it, you know, with your clubhouse buddies. Now it's like, all right, we're going to cut this down even more.
So, shout out to Unc, bro. W Unc, bro.